So on the soccer front, we were talking earlier about Lionel Messi. He was going to leave PSG, and the Saudis made an offer. It was 1.6 billion for 3 years. You know, I think Ronaldo just went there. He rejected that offer. He took a deal that's going to pay around 50 to 60 million to play for Inter Miami in the MLS, one of the worst teams in the MLS. This is just him riding off into the sunset, taking a huge payday and living in Miami. You know what? Sure. Okay. Whatever. So he rejected that Saudi deal. And I was thinking earlier, like, oh, good on him. Maybe he knew that was dog shit. Maybe he didn't want to be part of it. And then I just saw, as I was pulling up his contract to talk about this, he just signed a deal with the Saudis, the tourism agency, for 25 million for a couple Instagram posts to promote traveling to Saudi Arabia with the condition in his contract that he cannot say anything negative about Saudi Arabia or its government.
Jesus.
What, Jordan, what's the number if the Saudis offered to buy this podcast? What number do you think they would have to go to before we started considering it?
Look, I know we're a smaller show, so I'll price it relative to our performance and our audience size. $3 billion. $3 billion. We'll become
really
the
funny.
Insurgents, sponsored by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, you know they're letting women drive now, folks. There's these new progressive reforms are
ladies, start your engines.
Sweeping Saudi Arabia. It's really amazing the kind of transformation and the kind of infrastructure that they're building. Have you seen these big fucking cubes they're building on the desert with all the kinds of fancy stuff and filling with all these people? Remarkable, really incredible stuff.
It's not all bad over there. Their most recent mass execution was 7 people less than the previous one. So
exactly,
only 80 something people. I mean, progress is going incremental in the right direction.
I know all these holier than now lefties think that you can just fix overnight, change things, but this happens, over a prolonged period of time. Okay.
We cannot let perfect be the enemy of good.
Yeah, I'm just tired of all the purity tests with public executions in the Saudis. Just you have to learn to compromise.
I think for a series of 3 Instagram posts sponsored by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, I would take $17. I think
17 for 3 posts. That's a great deal, dude. You're a savvy businessman.
Hold on, just one second.
Rob's just firing off an email to MBS. Hey man, offer still stands. $3 bill for the show.
I don't know those guys. Don't listen to what they're saying.
I'm just looking for the time that Saudi Arabia threatened to do 9/11 to Canada. Do you remember that?
Stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong.
If someone criticized us for selling out to the Saudis, I'd say, as the Arabic saying goes, he who interferes with what doesn't concern him finds what doesn't please him. So that was really amazing, though. When we were like, hey, can you guys maybe cool it on some of this human rights violations and locking up protesters and these things? Because we are in like the rules-based international order, and we like to have this facade that we care about these things, and you're really making us look bad. So if you could maybe just tone that down, that would be wonderful, like very politely. And they were like, we will do 9/11 to you if you fucking ask us this again. So, and we were like, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Say no more. Say no more. We apologize for that. Speaking out of turn.
They still have a stranglehold. Like the way they just leverage OPEC and gas prices just to get whatever they want and do whatever they want. Just how does every other fucking world leader, or how does every politician, it just boggles my mind that they do this. It fucks people over. It makes everything miserable. Sure, these oil companies get rich. I guess that's why we're not seeing any real action on it or changes. But like, they are just pushing you around. You look like fucking children. Why are you not rushing to develop EVs as fast as you fucking can? Just totally kneecap them. take them out of the equation.
You're building
I
transit
just-
or rail. Or
Oil
any
companies
other
just
things,
don't give a shit. They're literally anything. Give me e-bike credits. I'll take that. Like, literally anything.